I've never liked classrooms. The fluorescent lights, the stiff chairs, the pressure to be someone I wasn't, it all suffocated me. While other kids were memorizing algebra formulas, I was in my room filming makeup tutorials with a cracked phone, stacking boxes for makeshift lighting, and editing videos late into the night. I didn't care about grades or extracurriculars. I cared about thumbnails, angles, engagement rates. My parents, however, were academics through and through. My mom, a literature professor, my dad, an engineer. To them, I was their golden child meant for Ivy League brilliance, not TikTok. Welcome to Reddit Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe for your top-notch Reddit drama. My passion was treated like a disease. Anytime I brought up content creation, my dad would scoff. People like you don't get famous. My mom once deleted my entire YouTube channel by mistake after a video I posted hit 50K views overnight. Family dinners became interrogations. What college was I applying to? What major? Which scholarships? I stopped answering. They never listened anyway. I applied to one college out of fear, not desire. I got in. The celebration was hollow on my end, but my parents threw a party like I had just won the Nobel Prize. Inside, I was crumbling. I would post on TikTok in secret. I would rehearse trends in the bathroom with the door locked, whispering into my mic, scared they'd hear me. I felt like a stranger in my own house, watched like a prisoner under academic surveillance. Even when one of my videos blew up with over 200,000 views, I couldn't celebrate. My dad saw it, grounded me, and took away my phone for disobedience. At that point, it wasn't even about school, it was about control. I started feeling like I was losing my mind. I'd lie in bed, headphones in, pretending to listen to lectures when I was really just watching creators my age living my dream. Didn't understand that the world was changing, that content was currency, that influence was the new resume, and they definitely didn't know I had something big planned for when college started, or something that would shatter the illusion they had built for me. College move-in day was supposed to be exciting. For most kids, it's a coming-of-age moment. For me, it felt like I was walking into a coffin with Wi-Fi. My mom cried tears of joy while I cried in the bathroom stall of my dorm because I knew I didn't belong there. I lasted exactly 17 days. 17 days of lecture halls, fake smiles, crying between classes, and trying to sneak in TikTok filming without my roommate judging me. I posted a single skit that week that got 1 million views. 1 million. My comments were blowing up, people were sharing it, brands were reaching out, but none of it mattered because I wasn't allowed to celebrate it. I was too busy pretending to care about Psychology 101. By day 18, I packed my ring light, stuffed my secondhand camera into my duffel bag, and ghosted. I left a sticky note on the desk. I can't do this anymore. Please don't come looking for me. I hopped on a Greyhound with $100, a suitcase, and a friend's couch to crash on. It was reckless. It was impulsive. It was the most alive I'd felt in months. When my parents found out, chaos erupted. My mom called nonstop. My dad left me a voicemail that lasted 4 minutes and telling me I was a disgrace to the family and that I had embarrassed them in front of their friends. He said I was throwing away my future for likes. The next day, my phone service got cut off. My bank account, which they controlled, was frozen. They wanted to teach me a lesson. Suffer, crawl back, and beg. But they didn't realize I already had an audience, a loyal one. That same week, I posted a tearful video explaining what had happened. It got 2.3 million views in 24 hours. Suddenly, strangers were Venmoing me rent money, sending me groceries via Amazon, and DMing me encouragement. I didn't have a family anymore, but I had a community. I got a part-time job waitressing during the day and filmed content at night like my life depended on it. Because it did. My parents thought cutting me off would break me. Instead, it built me into something they never expected. 6 months after running away, I had my first brand deal. It was $500 to promote a skincare line. I cried when I got the email because it was more money than I had seen in my account in months. From there, it snowballed. I signed with a talent agency that discovered me after one of my parody skits about overbearing parents went viral. I was filming 4 hours a day, editing 6, responding to fans, and learning how to negotiate contracts all by myself. No textbooks, no tuition, just real hustle. My followers hit 1 million, then 2, then 5. My name was in articles. I was invited to events I used to dream about while sitting in the back of biology class. And for the first time, I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. I moved out of my friend's couch spot into my own place downtown. I had my own kitchen, my own coffee machine, my own damn schedule. I woke up every day knowing I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. I wasn't just making videos anymore, I was building an empire. Then the phone rang. It was my mom. After a full year of silence, no apology, just, "Hi, sweetheart, we saw your video on Instagram. It came up on your aunt's page. You look so grown up." I didn't know whether to laugh or hang up, but curiosity kept me there. She started easing in questions. Was I eating well? Was I safe? Did I need anything? It felt fake, like she was tiptoeing around something. Then she said it. "Your dad's company just downsized. We're in a bit of a financial situation." I didn't say anything. She kept talking. I heard desperation under her polished tone. They were struggling, mortgage overdue, bills piling up, pride cracking. "You wouldn't happen to have any extra income?" My heart beat faster. The same people who mocked my dream now needed it to keep their lights on. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I just listened. I hung up, sat on my balcony overlooking the skyline, and smiled for the first time in a long time. Not because they were hurting, but because I had finally become someone they couldn't ignore. They showed up unannounced on a rainy Thursday afternoon. I was mid-filming a product review when I heard the knock at the door, soft, hesitant, like whoever was behind it wasn't sure if they deserved to be there. I paused the camera, slid off my slippers, and tiptoed toward the door. When I looked through the peephole, my heart stuttered. It was them, my mom and dad. My father looked older, smaller, like time had folded him in, and my mom was holding a crumpled grocery bag over her head to shield from the rain. I opened the door slowly. We stared at each other for what felt like hours. No hug, no apology. My mom broke the silence with a shaky, "You look good." I stepped aside and let them in. The room felt heavy with unspoken words. My dad sat down and exhaled like he had been carrying shame on his back the whole way here. He handed me an envelope, thick, yellow, and rain-stained. I opened it. Foreclosure. They were drowning. The same people who once mocked my ring light were now desperate for the glow it brought into my life. They didn't ask directly. My mom just said, "We thought maybe you could help. We didn't know where else to go." And that moment, that was the real apology. Not the words, but the surrender, the recognition, and that I was not the failure they thought I'd become. I was their lifeline now. I wired the money that evening, quietly. No cameras, no viral confession. I didn't do it to be the bigger person. I did it because I remembered how it felt to be helpless, and I never wanted them to feel that way, even if they once made me. Over dinner, they asked questions about my work. Real questions. My dad even said, "Maybe we should have trusted you more." It was the closest thing to "I'm sorry" he'd ever uttered in his life. Now they call me weekly, not to guilt trip me, not to brag, but just to check in, to learn, to understand this world I built brick by digital brick. I became the very thing they were afraid I couldn't be: independent, fulfilled, and unstoppable. The end. Please like and subscribe for more interesting stories like this. What do you think of this story? Please comment below.